We're going to go ahead and take a look at the parent portal, give you a refresher on that and see if we can get everybody used to using parent portal a little bit more often and feel comfortable doing so. What I did was I pulled up the database here, and so I'm going to log into a student. And the first thing that you need to do when you're doing parent portal is making sure that it's even set up for parents to be able to use. So if you come to a student, this one is here as a demo student, and you scroll down and look. This one says that they do have electronic consent on file, but there's no email address in here. So for any student you have that has electronic consent on file, you can send them anything through the parent portal that you wish, but you have to have an email listed. So if you're wondering why you don't have your code that pops up here, it's usually because you forgot to put the email in. So for this demo, I'm going to put my email in here. We can show you how to use that. So once you add that, I'm going to come back down and you can see the difference. So now that I have electronic consent and I've also indicated an email address, I get a Parent Connect code. So some troubleshooting things, people are having issues because they put the email in the wrong spot. So email 2 and 3, you can enter data or information into those. But as far as parent portal goes, for each contact, it uses the email primary email number 1 to send and receive on parent portal. So for contact 1, my dear Megan, it's going to be email number 1. And then let's say, there's a second parent at a different address. They can also have a different parent portal code, but they're going to need to have an email in number 1. So now that we know for sure that we've already received electronic consent, the parents wanting to use the parent portal, or you're wanting to get them interested and show them how to use the parent portal, that's all you need to have prepared. Otherwise, it's already on and it's ready to go. So if you're having an IEP meeting or your parent-teacher conferences or in passing, you can let the parent know, hey, we've got the parent portal. I'll go ahead and send you the registration code and you can get your account started. So all you have to do for Parent Connect code is it will email number 1. So I'm going to click email. And then I'm going to scoot this over here to my email. And you can see it says WebKids auto-generated Mighty Megan Parent Connect code. So this is the email that the parent is actually going to see. So you can tell right here, I've got I'm putting command copy here. I've got a Parent Connect code and then the URL. So all they have to do, we have a lot of parents who aren't that tech savvy, but we also have the kind of parents using social media and phones and that kind of thing. So this is not going to be any harder than anything else to set up. So I'm going to click on this to create a login. If they already have an registration, they just log back in. I don't have a registration on this account, so I'm going to type in Amber Latta. I'm going to put my email address, put in a password, verify it. And that's all they have to do. They can enter the other information, but this is all that's required. So I'm going to click on register account, save my password so I don't forget. And then you can see that it takes them right into their dashboard. So you've got the dashboard, their list of students, they can change their profile or email, whatever they need to do here, and log off. So when I go to students, you can see I don't have any students in my account because I haven't registered them. So this is just like any student enrollment system. Each student gets registered separately. So if I click on students, I just locked myself out because I had to log in for real. Amber@webkids.org. Okay, so if I click on students, and I paste in my link code and I register my student, now you can see that Mighty Megan shows up. So as the parent, I now have access to anything that the staff wants to provide to me. So as the teacher or the primary provider, you might have already sent things through the parent portal, and that's fine. Even though the parent doesn't get them because they don't have an account, they will be there waiting for them when they open the account up. So in this situation, there's nothing there because we haven't sent them anything. So once the parent registers, this is all they have to do to come to their account and see it, is go to this website link. Once they get their student registered, then they just come here. And if they have more than one student, they just click through the menu and it'll take them to another student. So each one is separate and they all need their own unique code. So I'm going to come back over here to WebKids. And as a provider, parent might say, hey, I registered for parent portal, but there's nothing there. Or maybe you walk them through the registration and show them how to do it. So now you're ready to share documents at any time. Again, you can share them before they register, but now that you know for sure they're going to be checking it, there's two different ways to share. So there's anything that you can share through forms. So I'm going to go to forms and I'm going to click on, let's see what you've got here, PWN. Let's say that we're wanting to send the PWN to parent. And in this case, there's only one parent. So I'm going to click save on LEADM 1. And you can see it pulls up the information. If you can't send a blank form, so if you're having trouble, you're like, it won't go through, you probably didn't type anything. So this works exactly like the way it works to display and print a document. You have to put it in there and then click save for the computer to generate that file to send it. So I'm just going to type in the date on here and click save. Well, maybe we'll just, for demo's sake, we can say, I'll just put my name in here so you can see what it looks like when it comes across the parent side. And then, you know, before you send it, you want to make sure, okay, I'm sending it to her. I sent it, the method was through parent portal and, you know, 1/10/23 or whatever day it was. So I'm going to come up here. All right, my document's ready. This is the one that I want to send the parent. So because they've already registered, you can see share parent 1. So if you're in a form and you're like, it does not have the button, where did it go? That means you need to go to your demographics screen because probably you forgot to put their email in. All right. So I'm going to click on share parent 1. I know that it goes through because now it says unshare. So I've got a verification that it has gone through because it tells me unshare. So if I make a mistake or I say, oh no, I forgot to put something on there, I can simply unshare it and then send it back again when I'm ready. So on the parent side of it, I'm going to come back in here and check my email. And it says a new form has been shared with you. Okay, so on the parent portal, if I can find all my tabs, it's WebKids works the way it is. If they're logged out and they log in, it'll be there. If not, they just need to refresh the screen, go to their student, and you can see that the PWN is already there. It sends it over instantaneously. So when they get a document in here, the only thing they have to do is open to view it. So if you're wanting them to sign it, it will say yes. If they don't need to sign it and it's just a copy for their records that they can keep, it'll say no. So if they say, well, I got the thing, I don't know how to sign it, or which one I'm supposed to sign, whatever's left, or I sent back 4 of them and you say, oh, there was an extra one, go look for the one that still says yes. So I click open as the parent, and you can tell this was just a demo. So all I filled out was the date and then my name here. So it sends exactly what you have and it shows how it was sent, right? So when they come down to the electronic signature, I give consent, I do not give consent, whichever one it is, and then they can go ahead and sign their signature, hopefully better than mine. Click accept, and you can see it date and time stamps it when it was done. So the only thing they have to do is go ahead and finish their session and send it. We were having people who were forgetting to follow that step and hit file, so it sends back to the teacher. So we're currently working on changing, we've got a request in to change the name file to I'm done or submit or completed or something like that, where parents are like, okay, I signed it, but now I have to send it. So I'm going to click file because that's what it is for now. And then the teacher's going to receive an email, the primary provider or whoever sent that says, hey, something's been signed and returned. Okay. So when I look in here as the parent, the next time that I go in, you can see this changes to no, because I've already signed it. There's nothing to do. So I'm going to click open just for the sake of this. And you can see it stored that document that I signed. So it automatically updates that. Now, the nice thing about that, as far as people going paperless, especially if you go to filed IEP documents, it will automatically file it for you. You don't have to scan it and upload it, which is, I think, amazing because that saves some steps. So you can see right here, filed by, you'll know which one's the parent because it'll have the parent's email. This, of course, for demo has my email. Date and time stamp. Here's the form. You can look at it. If you need to print it for any reason, you can print it. Okay, it's got everything there that the parent sees. You can email the form if you're submitting it that way. I'm not sure what all people are using those for, but I'm just excited that it files for you and you don't have to do anything else. So I'm going to show you the other way that you can share parent forms. And we're going to go back just for the sake of clearing your brain out on this, how to do it. So we're in a student, right? And so let's say that we're not doing a live IEP, we're not filling out forms or whatever. Maybe the parent wants a copy of something historical, like, hey, can you give me a copy of my child's IEP from last year or whatever the case is? Or can you give me a copy of the evaluation report? I need to take it to the doctor. And it's something you've already done. Even if it was something you did before Parent Portal existed, you can still send it. And you can do that as long as it's a filed document. So if I come up here and the parent says, hey, I want you to send me, a historical document. You come in here, the filed documents that you have. And let's say they couldn't find their notice of meeting, or they spilled coffee on it or whatever, and they want you to send it again. I don't know. Or here, let's do this one. A copy of the IEP and a copy of the progress report. So let's say you filed and finished your progress reports. You're going to send it to the parent via the parent portal. If you click edit, see how parent one is registered, you just click that, yes, I want to share it, and save. So then when you come here, you can see that's already been shared with parent one. Okay. On the parent side, when I go over here, refresh my screen, you can see that a progress report is there for them to view. It says no because they don't need to sign it, but they have access now to the same document that you did. All right. Now this one's blank because it's a demo kit and we didn't enter anything. But the other thing is, if you said, oh, I shared the wrong thing, I didn't mean to do that, you can still click edit, unclick parent one and save it. It'll go away. And then in the parent portal, the next time they log in, it's not there anymore. So you can feel a little bit comfortable about, what if I send them something by accident? Some people were worried about that. Again, a copy of the IEP. Can I have a copy of my kid's IEP from last year? Sure, not a problem. I'm going to come in here, click on parent one and save it. And then now it's been sent to the parent right there. Go to the parent portal account. I'm going to refresh it. And you can see the copy of the student's IEP is right there. So it is super simple to use. It doesn't take any time at all. The longest part of it is having the parent register. And you can tell it just asks us for name, an email address, and a password. And that was all they needed. So if you have any questions beyond this, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to answer those for you. It's amber@webkids.org. Otherwise, I hope this is helpful and that you start using Parent Portal. Have a great day.